Hello, welcome back to the Forbidden Land podcast, or if you're new, welcome. This week I'm going to, I don't know, down a bottle of milk or something. Anyways, I also wanted to talk about the video I just released on Thursday. Thursday. For me right now it is Thursday, so it's a little complicated. I'm trying to speak as if it's Saturday when this actually comes out. So I did a Minecraft tour video. I
Hello.
booted up. Nice. I booted up our old Minecraft server, and I decided to pretty much tour around the uh, entirety of this world, or at least the best I could. This video took me an hour and a half to record, and then took me another 2.5 hours to edit, another 45 minutes to render, and then an additional 20 minutes to upload. During all that, I made the thumbnail and all that. I did all the edits, I did all the timestamps. Dude, this took so long, and it still came out at 8 o'clock this morning, baby. Woo! Yeah, so this video took a lot of time. It took me probably a total of like 7 hours. I think I started it at like 5 something, and it didn't. It got completely uploaded and started processing the HD at around 1 in the morning. So it took a while. This video was also really hard to make because I haven't been on this server in so long that I kind of forgot most of the stuff that was on it, so I had to like really rely on those maps to remember. Um, and I think I included it in the montage at the end where I'm talking giving my final word, where I mention, or I don't mention, but I show on the screen a lot of the structures and locations that I didn't get to, and a lot of stuff I cut out. Like the library at Taiga City, I cut that out. I think I cut out a couple things that other people had built just because they were so brief, and I kind of focused in on stuff that wasn't all that important, or I would feel like it was just better for time if I cut certain stuff out. So it's a tour of the world of like 95% of the world. There's the 5% that's missing, which is like Cherry's Funhouse or the Taiga Library, like I just said. There's a house in the Jungle City that I didn't cover. There's a house in the northern part of the world that someone built that I didn't cover, and it was all pretty much just cut for time. And it's just because it was already such a long video that I was like, I don't want to have all these like points where it drags. But I do show it at the end of the video, or I show a lot of it after the subway station.
So yeah, obviously there was a ton of
Where, like I show a panorama of the spawn, which I feel like I didn't talk much about. But the spawn was one of the first things that my girlfriend built, and I think I did the pathway around it. And I kind of turned this whole area into a little taiga-looking area. But I remember when in 1.17, the I think like the or in 1.18 they changed the way that height works in the coordinate system. So when it snowed, it would snow on the glass dome, it would snow on the platform, and then now with the new update, it snows like way up here. You can't even see my arm. I don't know what I'm doing. It snows like way up here. So snow no longer reaches the platform, and it's really sad. But it used to snow all over the place here, and all of it's gone now, unfortunately. But yeah, I kind of show off the spawn a little bit in the pan. What what else did I show? I even cut down the little montage. I had a whole sequence where I constructed the montage and then pasted it in and realized like some shots were obnoxiously long and some shots weren't long enough. And then I needed it to have a cohesive shot at the end for the outro part where it's blurred. And I also forgot to do an edit that I didn't realize I forgot till it was already halfway through rendering, and it was like 12:20 at this point, and I was like, I'm not re-rendering it. I forgot to do a crossfade between all of the pans, so they all just hard cut. Which I rewatched it later. It didn't seem to matter. This is like a library shot. This was actually the first thing I ever built on the server. I built this library. I don't know why. I was like really into. I remember what I was watching at the time. Everything I built, I remember what I was watching when I built it. I was watching a video about a guy that took mushrooms and went crazy and killed somebody in his house. And that's what I was watching while I built this. So fun stuff while building a library. I did a pan shot of this. What did I do? I don't. I have like, oh yeah, this. So this was like a river system that I bored through a mountain because I wanted all the waterways to connect to this one center area over here, and it branches out. Actually, you can see on the map that it branches out to other areas. Let me see if I can get a clear shot of the map. Let's see. Do I get a clear shot of the map? Yeah. Come on, give me a good shot. Come on, look at the map. No. Just go to the spawn. Close enough. So, right here. So it kind of, branches off all through here and it all meets up here. But I also have it where it goes over here or over there and connects all this. And then I also have it where it goes kind of in these places. It's just one big river system that connects to this little part right here. And this was back when I was just kind of building in this area. So that's why I did that. I believe I was watching a Nexpo video while I did that part, by the way. While I was building the Station 11 interstate station, this right here, I was watching Blame It On Jorge's Lost Media. Like, I think it was like the game show Lost Media video that came out in mid 2021. I was watching that. See, it's weird how it's all burned into my brain. How well I can remember and like associate certain events with what I was doing in the Minecraft server. But I did leave a lot of stuff out, and maybe in the future I'll go on here for a live stream. But I like how the tour video turned out. I think I actually put a lot of effort into editing it this time. There were some areas where I was like, damn, I should have talked about that more, like the cartography center. I feel like I should have gone into how I made that. Maybe I'll do more specific explanations on a live stream, but just the way that I did this whole building and room and everything with the maps took forever. The maps are all archived in a separate building somewhere else, and as well as archived in this building. Dude, they took so long. And the reason why they're archived is because if I update one, it updates all of them. So if I were to, I don't know, build something in the middle of this lake, then if I update it on the map, it'll update it here. It'll update it anywhere that this map is placed because it's the same map, has the same map ID. If I were to make a new map of that area, it wouldn't update across the old ones. That's why I archive them everywhere. But this was one of my favorite buildings to build, and I think I cut out the part above it. I don't know why. I think it was one of those things that I considered to be I think it's one of those things that I consider to be like kind of pointless in the video. And looking back now, a few hours like 12 hours later, I'm like, damn, I should have maybe. Yeah, you can see me skip right past it. I should have maybe included it. We're in the food court in this shot. It's right behind me. um, but the food court is, it's just like some tables and a little restaurant set up with a bunch of little butcher villagers in there. And yeah, I guess I just cut it out for time, but it's kind of funny to look at. Maybe I'll go back to it in a live stream, but yeah, the server's very interesting. I want to say resurrecting it really hard. I had to go through a lot of hurdles to resurrect it. The reason why I couldn't just plop it into my single player and load it up like that is one, when you do a server, it splits the world, the nether, and the end into three folders. And it's kind of hard and complicated to combine them into one single player world. But uh, also, we have plugins. We had an NPC plugin. We had warp plugins, which of course the warp ones just make it easier to move around. The NPC one was so like I had all the members of Congress in the Congress building, or you to still posted up at every government office as the receptionist. So that's why I was trying so hard to reboot the server, and the way I did it was I had to change the name of my .jar file, and then I had to do a run.bat file with a command that dedicates a certain amount of RAM to the server. And so um, when I did that, it kept yelling at me, being like, "You have the wrong Java version." And I was like, "I'm fully updated on Java. I don't know what you're talking about." So then I went and downloaded a very specific version of Java. It still didn't work. There was like one backwoods forum post on Reddit, like super hard to find, that was like, guys, ignore all the advice you've heard. Just go to your apps and features and uninstall the old Java versions. Because when you update Java, it doesn't uninstall your old Java. I still had Java 8 installed, and it was conflicting with the new version that I had. So after all that, after like an hour of figuring that out, I finally got the server to run. And because of all that troubleshooting, I didn't get to stream that night like I wanted to. So I had to go through all that just to get the server up and running, but I got it to work, and I think the tour turned out pretty well. One thing I briefly bring up is why I was able to do all of this on that server as a fully grown employed adult. Why was I able to dedicate hours and hours of my time to a Minecraft server? And the simple explanation is I wasn't working. I had a job, but the problem was that around August of 2021, kind of towards the end of the month, my chest. I was involved in a pretty bad car accident. Um, and here I'll show the pictures. This is a story I've kind of held in the chamber for a while, just because I didn't want to talk about it. But God, where do I store the pictures? I think I might have them in my Google Drive. Let's see. Car accident. Yeah, this is the folder I had to share with my lawyer. Um, yeah, I'll show the picture of the car on the scene, and then I'll show the picture of it at the lot about a month later. If I even have those. I just have a bunch of pictures of my injuries, which I can't really show. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, here's a good one, because they tore the bumper off and put it on the hood at the junkyard. And this shows where I was sitting, so let me load all these up and then I'll show you. God, what a nice car too. I would love to drive that car. A working version of it, but man, what a nice car that would have been to drive. So here's the picture of it on the scene. Here, let me make sure I'm not going to show anything I'm not supposed to. Here's the picture of it on the scene. This is the car. Uh, Damn, I didn't even notice that it ripped the back tire off. I had to show my dad that. I don't even think I noticed that. There's my seatbelt hanging out the door. So, what happened was we were going down this lane here, and a Chrysler 300 cuts around, like taking a left onto this road. And is there a way for me to draw on this? I guess not. So a Chrysler 300 cuts over a left onto this road. The left lane on our side is stopped, I guess letting her go, but we didn't know that. We just thought somebody was waiting to take a left. So we were coming down, going about 40, and she cuts over. We smack the corners of our cars on hers, and then it ricochets us into this telephone pole. And then we land pretty much right here. I'm the passenger, so um, what I do is I wake up because I like blacked out for a second during it. I just remember the smack, and then my vision goes black, and I feel all of it, and then I open my eyes, and it's like there's airbag dust everywhere, and I'm like, all right. I had been watching a lot of car accident compilations at the time, so I was like, oh my god, is the car on fire? So I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm panicking because the seatbelt like pushed my all my air out. So I'm like, and my dad's like, calm down, calm down. And then I go to try to open up the door and it won't open. So then I kick it with my foot out of panic and it opens. And I rip the seatbelt off, and you can tell where it just kind of falls out of the car. And I guess someone shut the door because I don't remember shutting the door. And I pick my glasses up off the ground, which are actually the ones I'm wearing right now. The glasses I wear in person, the ones that she had to replace because she destroyed these. This is the pair I wear every day in my normal life. I go outside wearing these. I wear these pretty much everywhere. And I used to wear them on camera too. But my old glasses, which were way more expensive, have blue light blockers in them. And so I wear these when I'm doing this because it blocks out the blue light from the screen. And it helps my eyes from burning out. So, at the time, like the handle was all bent up and everything, and the lens are like permanently scratched now. So there's just like I have to just be used to the fact that there's little scratches all over the lens. Um, and so I remember I like picked these up, and then I think I just dropped them, and at this point I'm like walking in the grass over here, and I just have to collapse to the ground and lay on my back because the seatbelt going across here ripped up under my arm right here. Like right here, it ripped up that part of my arm. And then my entire like waistband, like here. My entire like waistband was just purple. Or it was bright red at the time, but it was just purple afterwards. I pretty much like had all the cartilage in my pelvis destroyed by that car accident. And so um yada yada yada, a $52,000 hospital bill later. Um here I am, but during that whole month of September and October, November, I would do DoorDash for money because I couldn't go back to work. Like my injuries were so severe, I couldn't go back to a warehouse environment and work. So I basically just did DoorDash for like 3 months to pay for my car insurance. And because this isn't my car, I still had a car. My dad didn't. So I would do DoorDash. Well, DoorDash isn't that intense. Like I don't have to do like an 8 hour workday for DoorDash. I would usually make about $100 after an hour. So I would do like 2 or 3 hours of it and make like $250 or something. And then I would go home and I would get on the Minecraft server and just play Minecraft. And uh, I think I even mentioned in the video that the thing I was building before the accident was that museum, and then I finished it after the accident. And I wasn't making videos at the time, but this chair I've used the whole time I've been making videos the last few years. After that accident, I had to swap chairs because the bottom of this chair is so solid. It was like hurting the way I was sitting. So I had to get a cushionier chair. I was sitting on like 2 layers of blankets because it like my tailbone was swollen pretty much. And so um, I spent about 3 months grinding out playing on this Minecraft server, and I would play it here and there in 2022, but we like officially shut it down in 2023. So I downloaded the whole server off the host we were using, and then I archived it away, and then I canceled the subscription. So the server was offline for about a year and a half before I did this tour. Not a year and a half, about a year and 3 months before I did this tour. So that's why the accident is so prevalent in the video, because like I wouldn't have had time otherwise. And also the server probably would have kept going. I don't think I would have burned myself out on it so fast if I hadn't grinded out playing on it for so long. But one of the driving forces behind me no longer playing on it is burnout, and also I got a new computer, so I could play other games now. I didn't have to just play uh, Minecraft. So here, I'll show another photo. Here's a photo from the rec yard where my dad went back to like take photos and get stuff out of there. Here's this. So, just to show how torn up the inside of the car was. And then here's an inside interior photo of where I was sitting during the accident. And of course, ignore the fact that they put the bumper on the hood. So this wasn't hanging in my face during the accident, obviously. But like the airbag deployed, this is where I was sitting. And so the reason why it's so wet is because, well, one, it was raining, but also I was holding my open water bottle in my hand. And when when our cars collided, I squeezed it and just blew it up pretty much where I was sitting. So that's why there's a water bottle on the floor right here. But yeah. So that's the story of the it's the story of the car accident and why the server has so much done to it. So yeah, go watch the tour. I'll probably put it on the end card, or I'll have it pop up in the corner on a card or something. Make a little note so I actually remember to do that. But yeah, go watch the Minecraft server tour. It's about 46 minutes long, I think, or 48. I don't remember, but it's good. I think you'll enjoy it. So, anyways, let's move on to my next topic. Let's see. So, I have a I have 2 TikToks, and I'm sure this guy has more videos because this guy seems to be a little nuts. This guy claims that he exposes gang stalking in Tennessee. Johnny Allen is his TikTok name. And so I got a sponsored post from him. It's weird that he's posting on TikTok, because if he thinks he's getting gang stalked, then wouldn't he suspect that the Chinese government is also watching him. Anyways, this is not a hub for immense intelligent thought, by the way, so I wouldn't look too deep into this, but I think this guy's kind of nuts. So he's fucking around with a golf club in what looks to be like a Goodwill type of store, and then he just keeps panning the camera around to random people who are understandably staring at a man holding a camera in the middle of what seems to be the pandemic. A guy walking around, waving his camera around, fucking with a golf club. Understandably, people are going to look at him. Then he's like practice singing with it.
No. See?
Oh, so this looks like a Goodwill.
Yeah.
So already it's like people are probably looking at him because he looks like he's insane. So just keep that in mind when he pans the camera to these random people who are just staring at him. Oh, you can't even fucking see the video. Man, I am stupid. I rewound it so you see what I'm actually talking about. My bad.
Nice sit here, huh? Yeah.
So yeah, he's like kind of making a bit of a ruckus. He's like talking to himself.
Is that the putter?
The putter.
2, 4. Get them all, eh? See them all?
See, so when you're waving your camera around and pointing it at people, don't you think people are going to start staring at you? What does she have to do with it? She's not even looking at you.
Turn this on.
And then these two, so he's trying to say that they're like crowding him.
Like literally look at them all come over here, eh?
Yeah, and then he starts like out loud being like, look at all these fucking people. It's like, dude, they're just shopping and they're looking at this maniac in the store who's waving around golf clubs and a camera.
Look at them all. I come here to get a couple of golf clubs and look what you see, eh? You see this? Check this.
See, so now they're looking at him because he's talking about them. So anyone who's not psycho and clinically insane and a little bit schizophrenic, anyone who's not like that can kind of understand that this video is clearly someone with paranoid delusions. And I think any reasonable person outside of this guy would be staring at him.
So, and these people are pathetic, man. Yeah. Look at them all.
Yo, lawn darts. Hold the phone. Hold on, dude. You're missing out on the good shit in the store. You quit being crazy, you'll see they have goddamn long darts. Dude, look at that. Long darts right next to the rack mountable VCR or whatever that is. Look at that. If he wasn't so crazy, he would have noticed what a good deal he could have gotten on those lawn darts. Are lawn darts even legal? I thought they were outlawed. Oh, she looked at the guy with the camera. This looks like one of those like UFO documentaries, this shot. When they like freeze frame on the worst possible like shutter blur frame of the vague shape of someone's like garden gnome, but it looks like an alien. Oh my god.
You see anything like that? Look at them all.
I have not watched the full videos. This is my first time seeing how freaked out people are getting by this guy. Oh.
This is so obvious.
What's obvious? That you're being a freak?
Absolute madness. Look at the whole store. Look at it. Barely anyone. A couple people here. Look at them. And then wham. Look at that.
Ah, there's no one at the store, and then I walked into the store around people's lunch break hour. And now there's people here. What the fuck's going on? How come when I leave the house at 8 in the morning, there's no traffic, but when I leave the house at 12 in the afternoon, everyone's going everywhere, especially restaurants? A little coincidental. Like, come on, man.
They just all came and flooded me like that, eh? Yeah. Unbelievable.
Is this guy Canadian?
Yeah.
This might be in Canada. I'm not sure.
Bear witness about those movie clubs right here.
Oh, someone talks to him for a second. So we gotta speed past the normal shit where a guy just comes up and tries to speak to him. No, we have to obsess over the crazy shit. The assumptions, the crazy shit.
Crazy. Look at them all. Now we'll go back there, and now we'll see what we see. They literally do that to me all the time. They just flood of people wherever I go. Eh? Look, see? Now it's all empty. See? See that? I come back here literally 2 minutes later, and now look. Now look. See?
Stupid. That dude's nuts. And then I guess I got like a follow-up promotional video from him that is also about gang stalking. Someone said I kind of want to get gang stalked. I would have a blast. Like maybe maybe it's fun. This guy said it's not fun, trust me. Dude, this is what happens when you're a paranoid schizophrenic. He tagged Robert F. Kennedy? What's Robert F. Kennedy gonna do for you? No, okay, I'm political. I know a lot about the political arena and what's going on with the election and everything. I've not heard anything about Robert F. Kennedy being able to save someone from gang stalking. Is he trying to say that Robert F. Kennedy's separated from the deep state and he thinks the deep state is watching him? Because, dude, I have some news for you. His last name? He's the nephew of John F. Kennedy. And the son of Robert. No one could be more connected to the governmental influence. Nobody other than maybe the Bushes. The Bush family and the Kennedy family are like the royal family in this country. Like, please. No one is more connected to the deep state than Robert F. Kennedy. This is crazy. So here's his video. Oh, I can't play that. Okay, so no audio, so I'm gonna have to just speak. So he says, drone watching me, can't make it up. We see the vague blur of like a smudge on his window. Or on his windshield. Where's the drone? What, the moon? Where's the drone? If he wasn't filming this on an iPhone 4S, then I guess he's trying to see that that's the drone. It just looks like a speck on his windshield. Is this supposed to be the drone? I thought this was just the moon. Because it is moving. Yeah, I guess that's the drone. It could just be somebody flying a drone around a neighborhood. I don't understand this. And what significance does he have? How long is this audio, dude? I don't want to have to mute this the whole time. Yeah, I don't understand, like, so this is what happens when these guys who are super paranoid get it into their own head that they're more important than they think they are. Because then they end up doing stuff like this, where They think like, oh, the government's watching me. And it's like, dude, you have little to no significance to the government. The only thing the government knows about you is like your tax records and your employment history. Like, come on. You know, and all your loan history and all that stuff. They might have like your credit score, but I can guarantee you the government doesn't give a fuck about you. To the paranoid schizophrenics out there, the government does not care. Take that from somebody who's a leftist. The government doesn't care about me. Government's way more right-wing than me. You know, they don't care about me. Why would they care about you? If anything, you align more with the government than normal, sane people. So, I don't know, man. These, like, gang stalking and also bullying awareness. What? These gang stalking type of videos are so funny. Because it's always people that think they mean way more to the higher powers than they really do. They all think that they're being watched. Look at this. Oh my god, there's a drone taking like photos of the surrounding area and I think it's watching me. Kind of cool. I didn't know they had little headlights on them like that. Like, dude, now it's passing behind a tree. It's not looking at you. Be real. Oh, now there's no audio. Yeah, This guy's hilarious. I love him. I unironically love this guy. And this guy lives in Nashville. I could realistically drive to where he lives. My god. I need to see if he has any more of these. Come on, give it to me. Oh, he's anti-Fox News? Dude. Come on. Oh my god. He made a post about shitting on Fox News. What's this? Nope. My god. Cato Institute filed a motion to compel the Department of Justice to release internal audits of the FISA Section 702. What's he got to say about that? Is he just reporting the news? What the fuck even is that? What? This is so weird. 31 gang stalking tactics. Alright, let's check this out. 31 gang stalking tactics.
Seem unbelievable if the target is the gang stalking tactics. They're very bizarre tactics. They're meant to mimic mental illness to...
Here, hold on. I want to write this down. My good pen. I don't know where my pen went. Here. Let me write this down. Cuz I want to get some good notes. Okay, I'm ready. 31 gang stalking tactics. Got my notebook, got my pen. This thing's wooden, by the way. Love this notebook. I don't think I've written anything in it yet either. This will be unfortunate. Alright. Let's go. I'm ready.
Seem unbelievable if the target is the tell. So number 1 is surveillance, being followed on foot. 2 is being followed by car. 3 is electronic surveillance.
Hold on. Slow
4
down.
is computer and phone hacking.
Slow down.
5 is profiles are built to identify any weaknesses and insecurities in the target. 6 is conditioning, where victims are sensitized to certain stimuli, such as everywhere you go, someone will walk by and cough when they walk past you. 7 is brightening, the overt use of color. Like everybody could
What?
be wearing red.
What? uh Why waste so much time on a person? I hope they're making good money. That's what I'm saying. With me, they dangle their keys. They're going to hell if they don't repent. Please. I talk to a therapist, just tell him crazy shit and freak him out. Dude. The top comment. Why waste so much time on a person? Seriously, why? Dude, the federal government is too busy terrorizing reservations, terrorizing impoverished communities. You think they have time for random bozo Johnny Allen 540? You think they have time for this guy? Some random guy in Nashville, Tennessee? Why would they waste their time on this guy? Why would they waste their time on Jacqueline? Yeah, they dangle their keys. Hey, do I have any? I don't have any keys over here. Or no, yes I do. Hey, Agent Fuckstick, I need you to go, surveillance Jacqueline from, I don't know, Florida or something. Okay. I see her. It's like, dude, fuck off. Are you kidding? Let's see. Any replies? Huh? Yup. Now it's stupid as fuck because I know what they're doing. I'd be ignoring and not letting it affect me like it used to. Yeah, their day is all messed up because some of us don't react. I'm a 10+ year target. So, how are you a functioning member of society? Dude, how many people do I interact with in public that think I'm like an op when I used to wear my old lanyard? I used to wear a really old Deadpool lanyard that I got rid of because it would stretch, and I had worn it for so long, I think about 6 years, that it was like double the length that it used to be. So I swapped it out for a Star Wars one, and I don't wear the Star Wars one anymore, or at all. But I used to wear the Deadpool one around my neck. Anywhere I walked, it would jingle because of how many things I had on it. I had like 3 keys, my car key, a couple little knickknacks, a flash drive, and all of it would just jangle on the keychain. And if I wanted to be quieter, I'd have to like grab it and hold it while walking. And I looked really stupid. And I'm wondering now, how many people think I'm like a CIA op that's gang stalking them because of my jingling keychain around my neck? Because if these people are this well hidden in society, this delusional, then like surely surely somebody at some point has thought, oh my god, that guy's jingling keys around me. Time to, time to start going delusional. 10+ years. Her videos are so normal. Dude, her videos are so normal. It's 10+ years and I ignore it for the last 10 years. Dude, like, come on. It's Freemasons. It's all they do. Man. These people are crazy. All right, let's go back to our note taking. I want to know the signs. What if I'm being gang stalked? That's the real question. I need to know. What if I'm being gang stalked?
Something like that. Number 8 is anchoring, where someone will provide false rationale for the reason for the harassment. They just want to keep you confused and give you
Right.
many possible reasons and rationales.
Right. So
9 is
so they tell you, I'm just shopping here, and you're like, I think it's actually far more likely that you're from some big conglomerate that's actually gang stalking me because I, for some reason, am so important to you that you need to watch my every move. Because you know that I know things. Like how to work a microwave. Not a lot of people know how to do that. And that makes me a liability. I know how to turn up the coldness setting on my fridge. Do you know how to do that? I thought not.
the classic gang stalking and mobbing, which is wherever you go, you'll see an overt display of people following you that often use words you have been in conditions to or your name to draw your attention. 10 is street theater, where a group will perform an overt activity like fake confrontation or scenarios designed to test your reaction.
Look, when I'm walking down the sidewalk and I slap the coffee out of someone's hands because I think they're gang stalking me, the moment they start arguing with me, I think they're actually gang stalking me now because they're trying to get me into a confrontation. They're trying to get me arrested by the deep state. They won't get those microwave secrets out of me.
11 is bumping your car with their car. 12 is crowding you in public.
11 is when someone hits my car in an accident. 12 is when there are people in public.
Spaces.
She's really breezing
13
through these.
is murmuring insults under their breath. Only you can hear. 14 is sitting
So
in
people talking to themselves?
the car outside your work or outside your home.
Yeah, 14 is when the DoorDash driver is figuring out what their next order they're going to take is, and they're sitting in your driveway trying to decide. My God.
15 is starting fights with you in public. 16 is doing skits on the street, which involves certain information only you, the target, would know, that they found out from surveillance, like something.
What? Dude, a stranger walked up to me and said, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "I fucking said that last night on the phone." How did you know I said that? Why are you repeating my words back to me? That's what I want to know. How did they know I said hello to somebody the other day? He just said hello to me. He's directly quoting me. What's going on? These people are nuts.
And
Hold on.
15 is starting fights with you in public. 16 is
Doing skits on the street.
on the street, which involves certain information only you,
Right.
the target, would know.
Right.
That they found out from surveillance, like
Okay.
something you said inside your house, they'll be saying. 17 is stealing and
Any
vandalizing
examples? 17 is when people steal and vandalize from you.
your property.
This just sounds like society.
18 is creating and spreading false information, rumors,
Aunt
slander.
Deborah called me a bitch
19
on
is taking
Facebook.
pictures or videotaping you. 20 is harming you.
Please help these.
Gang stalking tactics that involve certain vandalizing your property.
Okay.
18 is creating and spreading false information, rumors, slander. 19 is taking pictures or videotaping you.
Okay. Weird.
20
okay.
is harming your animals.
Huh?
21 is mail tampering. 22 is targeting your
Okay, I guess they spelled it wrong. It means like fucking with your mail. How much is this happening to people? Because some of these do get kind of specific, where I can't really make a joke because it's like, yeah, if someone's fucking with your mail, someone's probably fucking with you. But the likelihood of it being like a big conglomerate and not just like your neighbor being a dickhead, it's like, be real. Let me propose a scenario. Someone hits your car in the parking lot. It could be one of three reasons. One, they weren't paying attention and they were being negligent and just hit your car. Two, new driver, they don't know how to park, they're just learning, and they accidentally hit your car. Three, big megacorp knows that you know something about whatever I don't know, Second Amendment rights or whatever the fuck you guys believe. And they're out to get you, so they're going to leave a little scratch on your car in the parking lot to freak you out and get you in a confrontation. Which one's more likely? Is it A, the driver being negligent or just not paying attention? B, the new driver that's learning? Or C, the big megacorp conspiracy? Or D, A and B? I would go to vote it's D, which is either it's the inattentive driver or the new driver. Not big megacorp thinks I hold this key information as some secret thing they got going on. And now they're like putting all these resources into gang stalking me. It's just like most of these sound like either normal human interaction or somebody just doesn't like you and they're fucking with you. You know? You've never had that one neighbor that's just an asshole? Like, that explains like half of these. It's just a douchebag neighbor.
Your family or your children. 23 is noise harassment campaign. 24 is sleep deprivation. 25 is
24?
mimicking you.
Hold on. 24 is when I don't go to bed on time.
26 is hand gestures. 27 breaking.
I just want you guys to know, if I see you in the streets and I hit you with one of these, open the diaper. Whoa! It's because I'm gang stalking you. You've never been hit with one of those? Don't you know that's the number one signal that Amazon is watching you because they found out that you know something about their delivery vans? Amazon driver pulls up. That's how you know you're being gang stalked by a big megacorp. When someone hits you with one of these, dude. Open the diaper! There's a wee-wee in it! Oh! It's so stupid.
6 is hand gestures. 27 breaking into your house when you aren't home. Making you mad.
What? Home invasion equals gang stalking. Dude, these are all just like normal things that happen. People have home invasions. People's houses get broken into. I don't know how to break this to you. That's not a new phenomenon. This isn't like unique to what you call gang stalking. It's like, so look, gang stalking might be a real thing for some people. Very specific, important, actual endangered people. But not for random Joe 46. People like this who where the most interesting thing that happens to them throughout the day is a really good shit. Like, these people are not getting gang stalked. There's nothing important about these people. They don't know something that normal people don't. You know, what they know is what they read on some weird forum that they aren't supposed to be on, where Bummer Lies 1776 is on the forum being like, I think Donald Trump is planning to do a coup and he's going to take over the government and become the God King of America. Like, these people are just nuts. They're paranoid. They need therapy. They probably also need the straitjacket. And when you give them internet access, you get hilarious shit like this. Also, the Bummer Lies 1776 joke, I got that from The Daily Show. Guilty as charged. I stole that name of a commenter from the climate change episode of The Daily Show from like 10 years ago.
Moving things around. 28 is breaking into your home when you are there.
Home invasion when the victims are home.
29 is breaking into your car. 30 is hang-up calls. 31 is car.
So hang-up calls is another one of those things where that's not gang stalking, girl. That's just robocall. So here's what I think she's referring to is when you pick up the phone and it's 10 seconds of silence and you're going, hello, hello, and no one says anything. And then it hangs up after about 10 to 15 seconds. What those are is those are test calls to see if you're real, if the number's active, and if it is, they take your number. So when you answer and you start going, hello, hello, and no one says anything on the other end, the fact that you even spoke, the fact that you picked up in the first place, but also the fact that you then spoke shows that you're a real person willing to answer the phone if it's a random number. And so as a result, they will add your number to a call list and spread it around to different call centers, which is why you'll notice after answering a phone call like that, you start getting spam calls a lot. So you'll get, those like, oh, your car's extended warranty, or oh, we're with this healthcare company and we want to offer you blah 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 blah. That's why those calls happen, where you answer and it's just like on the other end of the line. That's all those are. They're just phone calls to see if you're real and alive and if you're willing to answer the phone and be scammed by some kind of robocaller. It's not gang stalking. It's just scamming.
Car accidents. There's plenty more, but those are just 31.
31 was car accidents? That was so lame. What? Wait, so my parking lot example was so accurate.
30 is hang-up calls. 31 is car accidents. There's plenty more, but those are just 30.
This woman sounds like she's 86, and I feel kind of bad for her. Because she got sucked into this weird conspiracy rabbit hole. But come on, man. Car accident? Dude, my car accident analogy is so perfect then. These morons really do think if you get fender bendered in a parking lot because someone doesn't know how to drive, that it's because of gang stalking. What is wrong with these people? Come on. Does this guy have anything else interesting, though? Mind control technology? Oh, boy.
So those who got an ear to hear this message.
Okay, there's music on this one. I can't play this. Remote neural monitoring. Mind control. State light broadcasting. I think that was supposed to say satellite. Let's see. This guy's nuts. This stuff takes my breath away because it's like... Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Stop with the music. Here's a follow-up to the drone. This little dot up here. Keep praying to God. I'm going to the same as you are. Don't worry. Sorry, I didn't connect those two. I have them in Texas as well. They need to be shot down and arrest the owners. So, I want to propose another scenario. As a content creator, let's say I bought a drone because I want to get drone shots of where I live. If I fly it at night, am I going to have weirdos like this guy in my neighborhood thinking that I'm watching him specifically? Not that, like, me personally am watching him. He's going to think that some weird entity that's out to get him is watching him. Is that what's going to happen? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, this scenario is perfectly possible where someone like me lives in Nashville and they want to purchase a drone to get drone shots, and they go, well, let me see how it does at night. Let's see what drone shots at night look like on this camera. And they go to fly it around at night. Maybe it's just fun for them. I actually do own a drone. It's a very, like, shitty drone, but I own one. It's not as nice as one of these, but still, like, if I flew it at night, would there be somebody thinking, like, oh my god, the government, ah! you know? I'm just curious. Because it's all these normal ass scenarios. And it's like, yeah, what? Nobody, my gang stalker is poisoning my food? I don't know what to say. Real talk, they poisoned me. The metal taste after my cigs? Quitting time, I guess. What? The metal taste after my cigs? What? I don't have any food as they poisoned me 3 times. Now it's radiation. I worry about this when I know they're in my house. How do you know when they are in your house? When they are all over you when you go in town, and when you find your dog sedated, whole in thigh after time, and another time hiding in a dog box. I am blown away. What the hell? This is crazy. I love this guy. Unironically, I love this guy. I think he's nuts. I think he's paranoid. I think he needs therapy, but I think this guy's hilarious. So, gang stalkers. Oh, I mean, when I act like I'm doing one thing, but I do another to throw off the gang stalkers. You're not going to believe this. I own this exact Halloween costume. Look at his mask. So look at the mask. Watch this. I own this Halloween costume. This is the mask it came with that I didn't want to wear because I got a different mask for it. Dude. Yeah, that's the exact costume. I didn't buy the cane, but I had this costume. That's hilarious. And it came with the hat too. This video on its own is pretty funny if you ignore the caption. Because I like how this guy's walking. I like his vibe. I think the real part that shines about these videos though are the comments. Because it's just people with their crazy stories. Or how about when they think they have you set up real good and you just stop going along, say I'm bored, and walk off. Okay, William. Lunchtime, I would get into a drive-thru, pay for my order at the first window, then ask for my money back at the second window. That will buy you lots of time. I always left the house for drives, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and about 8:30 p.m. They loved spending time chasing me. I made sure it was at key times so they didn't get much family time. Joel, for the love of God, how do you have a family when you act like this? Your wife doesn't question why you're leaving the house at 8:30 at night and going to random drive-thrus and fucking with the people working there? Do it all the time. I can play the game too. Think about what this guy's saying he does. He leaves the house to go for a drive around breakfast, lunch, and dinner time and around 8:30. So that's at least 4 times a day that he has time to do this. He thinks that the cars behind him are people chasing him. If you're paranoid, anyone can think the car behind them is chasing them after a few turns. Like, It's just people driving the same direction as you, brother. Please. These people are nuts. I want to see Joel's profile. What you got going on, Joel? So that's the worst part. These people are all so normal. You know, like they're all so normal. And they're not. Like, mentally, they're all far gone. But this dude's just like a normal family dude with dogs. Actually, now that yeah, see, he has a wife. He has a wife. What is going on outside my room? This man's doing laundry. What laundry is there to be done? But, yeah, this guy's... I don't know how this guy has a family. How any of these people have families and they act like this. Anyways. Oh yeah, here was one of the videos I actually did see on my feed. They all followed me into a gas station. Like it's not normal for 6 different people to stare at you down in a store. New York City is the worst. It's everywhere. It's everyone, even the rats. Come on, man. It's New York City. You know how many people live in New York City? Somebody's going to look at you weird at some point. That's just New York City. The gas station one, come on. Probably doing something to make people stare at him. Like the guy with the cell phone video guy. Like when you're doing this in a store, this is why people are looking at you. Yo, they're looking at me. Look at these guys. They're all looking at me. Oh, Lord. The other thing I was going to talk about was Rooster Teeth shutting down, but I mean, what more can you even say about it? It's like, yeah, it's sad. It's sad in particular because there's a channel called Best Friends TV that I watch, and I don't know what's going to happen to them now because they are under Rooster Teeth. So it is a little sad. Anyways, a little depressing. But yeah, that's the podcast. I hope we had lots of fun taking notes on how to recognize the signs of gang stalking. And yeah, go watch the Minecraft tour. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I will see y'all next week. And tune into the live streams. And join the Discord. All right, bye.